My name's Gary, and this is Colleen, my partner for this event. And this is, behind me is the ERV, which is our emergency response vehicle. We use this to feed hot food to people in the event of a disaster. And with the ERV, we can serve 400 meals typically per meal, 400 servings per meal to people that need some hot food in the event of a flood, disaster, storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, what have you. And that's about it. We're both volunteers here at the Topeka chapter.
We are here with Tyler Constantini. He has a white Trailblazer that is equipped for chasing. I will pass it on to him and he will give you the overview.
All right, well, run-of-the-mill Trailblazer. I've got laptop mount, Giotto desk. I guess probably the most significant thing that's in here that's different than a lot of things is we're set up to receive the data from the tornado probe that I have over there. So you can see extra antennas and so on. They receive the weather data from the tornado probe and also the live video data. So that's why we account for so many different antennas up here. And the little plastic tube is a homemade mount for a temperature, pressure, humidity sensor, although the pressure doesn't quite work when you're going 80 down the highway. So and then in the back I've got a secondary battery, a radio rack with ham radio, commercial radio, CB radio. There's a place to put a router to share the internet data amongst the area like we're doing today, things like that. Really probably nothing special other than that. I'm set up to do live videos, so we have a webcam in the front. We've got mounts for numerous HD cams and so on, out of different angles out of the car, different shots that we can select. And no, that's about it. Got some capabilities for hurricane season to do live interviews and stuff like we're doing here. So well, that's about all I've got. Any other questions you guys have?
Alrighty, this is Bart Comstock with his Jeep that he uses for chasing, so I'll pass it on to him and he will give you the overview.
Thank you. Yep. Well, basically I just started putting this vehicle together at the beginning of the year. Started off with 100,000 miles on it. Right now I'm getting ready to hit 200,000 miles. So I've been cracking up. Just got my RAM mount installed in here. I've got two cameras that I stream with. One is my webcam, which actually works phenomenally well at night, even better than my mini DV cam. Then I've got a Sony mini DV cam with a wide angle lens. I just got my ham license, so I don't have my radio in here yet, but I have one scanner and my inverter up on my dash. And then if you look along the side of the vehicle, I'm not quite certain if you can make it out, and especially across the hood, I'm trying to put together a map of the moon. And it's coming along quite nicely. Unfortunately, it's cost me my windshield, but it's working pretty well so far. And of course, I've always got room for another person in my vehicle. If you ever need a ride to the storm, just let me know. There's always room for at least 3, and I'd be more than happy to have a navigator. And that's pretty much all there is to her, other than my magnetic antenna that's held on by zip ties and my corny little logos here on the side. But yeah, also up here on the sunroof. This happened on the 7th of June. Hail has taken my sunroof out where it won't open or close anymore. I don't know if you can notice that little gap that's right here. But that's all there is to her. It's just my old beat up Jeep. It's blown one transmission already, and I already had to replace one drive shaft too. But that's what you get when you put that many miles on a car like this. That's that hard.
We are here with Scott Blair of the National Weather Service. He is a storm chaser and a meteorologist for the National Weather Service, and I will pass it on to him and he can give you an overview of what he does and what he does for storm chasing.
Sure. Thank you very much, Kyle. No, really, the National Weather Service really appreciates all the contributions that spotters and chasers do. You know, a lot of happens behind the scenes when we're making warning decisions, and information from chasers out in the field can be so useful for making a really good warning decision, whether to warn or not to warn. So certainly any kind of information through the spotter network or the live chase cams, things of that nature, can really benefit the Weather Service operations, and in turn have a better end result to the public that's receiving warnings.
Alrighty, this is Corey Hartman, CEO
Of Severe Studios.
of SevereStudios.com. They are live streaming video, and I will hand it over to him, and he will give you the overview of his vehicle.
Awesome. All right, this is the Saturn View. It's not the highest quality storm chasing vehicle, but it is all-wheel drive, so that works out pretty good in some sticky situations. We're here at Topeka Storm Chasing Showcase and looking at the Saturn View that I own, and I don't think any of the audio was coming through earlier. I think it is now, so we'll tell you the story about not having this back for the last 6 weeks. I hit a big rock in the middle of some gravel road in South Dakota and took out the transmission and cracked the engine block too, so I actually just got the View back. It's all-wheel drive. This is the one that went through the Little Sioux tornado last year, and all that really happened with that was I broke off this piece of trim and bent the license plate. So going through the end, fortunately the tail end of a tornado, and it was still good. If you want to look at the equipment in here again, like we were talking about earlier, I run 2 screens. I don't have any of the equipment on right now, but 2 dual monitors set up there so that I've got the radar and the GPS always closest to me, and then my streaming program for streaming live video on the laptop screen. And then up there, if you want to kneel down and kind of shoot up in there, you can see the camera for streaming. That's a window mount, which by the way we do sell in our Severe store. We'll put in a plug for SevereStore.com. But if you need a window mount for your car, that's one of the best ones there. Very, very secure and solid, and swivels about 15 different directions, so we can get all of what's going on in the sky. And then, as we were showing you earlier, without audio, but we just got one antenna on the back of the car hooked up to a cell phone booster, so that we've got the solid internet connection when we're out in the field. And that is the Severe 1 storm chasing vehicle. Corey Hartman, live from Topeka, Kansas.